All right. Bam.
Bam.
Bam. Where'd you grow up? Where are you from originally?
Los Angeles, California.
What part?
Los Angeles, California. Ain't no such thing as a South Central California. There ain't no such thing as a South Central Los Angeles. That came by based on the 92 ride. They created that. I was born in Los Angeles, California, on the east side.
Got it. Tell me about your family growing up.
I came up in a two-parent household. Father worked at Farmer John for 45 years. Mother was a supervisor of a bank, Security Pacific on Florence and Avalon. They're from the South. My parents is from Louisiana.
How old are you now?
63.
63. How'd you grow up? How would you describe your childhood?
Oh, man, I had the perfect childhood. I played Little League baseball, Pop Warner football, Little League basketball, and all that. My father was my first baseball coach. Went to Verbum went to Hooper Elementary. From there, I went to Edison, then Willowbrook Junior High in Compton. Ninth grade, I went to Verbum Day, Catholic school, right? All boys school. I ain't like all boys school, so I got kicked out for selling weed. Plus, I was gang banging. Went to YA in 1974.
What is it about the whole gang thing that appeals to a kid who comes from a great neighborhood, great childhood?
Come from what?
Yeah, I mean, you said you had a great childhood.
Yeah, I'm attracted to the streets. I was attracted to the streets, and I knew Raymond Washington personally, the founder of Crips. So I was attracted to the streets, and I wanted to be a Crip. It was when I was coming up, Cripping started in 1969, so I started gangbanging in 1971, right? My mother and father didn't know I was gangbanging. This was something I was trying to hide from them, but I was always attracted to the streets. And becoming a Crip was like a kid waiting on a big wheel. Everybody wanted to become a Crip. And I joined the Crips in 1971, ran through a line at Willowbrook Junior High. I caught attempted murder in 1974. I shot a dude over a leather coat. Did 4 years in California Youth Authority. Got out in 1978, a week after my 18th birthday. I caught a robbery. I robbed Safeway supermarket. I went to penitentiary. That's the first time I went to the penitentiary in 1979. I was in DVI, Tracy, Gladiator School. I ended up doing like 8 years on the 13. I came home, stayed out 45 days, and caught a double murder. Killed two dudes that were snitching.
Them young niggas, they grow up. This right here. Oh, man, what the fuck? That nigga said I was home 45 days and called a double murder. Like, a double murder. Not a single murder, a fuck.
They gave me 75 to life. After being down like 21 years, I went down on my appeal on an automatic reversal. They said found out it wasn't me, right? But they didn't release me. They offered me a deal that I couldn't refuse. They offered me 30 years. Based on they had a law called day for day, I could have got out because I had already did like 20-some years, but the judge said no because I had called prison term. I'd had a lot of assaults on COs in prison, San Quentin and Old Folsom. When I first went to prison,
Cuz was assaulting correctional officers in fucking San Quentin? Ain't that like the most dangerous goddamn jail on that fucking side of the United States or in the whole damn United States? And he was just, I was just assaulting him in that bitch. Shit!
there was a lot of racial tension, race wars. The Crips, Bloods, and BGLs was fighting against the Emmy, Mexican Mafia, the ABs. And I was deeply involved in that. I was a high-ranking member of the Crips in prison. After coming home, I lost my father first, and I lost my mother. About a year before I came home, my mother passed. And I came home, and I said I wasn't going to never go back to prison. Came home, got a good job, working today.
Okay, that's good.
Now I'm just out here trying to create peace in the black community and Hispanic communities. right? When you hear them say Black Lives Matter, I don't believe in they slogan. My life always mattered. A lot of us didn't understand that. I was one of them. You know what I mean? I thought gangbanging was cool. I thought going to prison was cool, but it wasn't. Going to prison wasn't cool. Becoming a gang member wasn't cool. Because I don't want you to take this, nobody take this the wrong way. I was a Ku Klux Klan in a black man's body. I was doing more damage to my community than any other community. I exploited my community. I was a menace to society.
W accountability and fucking realization. Even if, hey, look, hey, goddamn it, hey, man, as much as we don't like it, I understand a motherfucker wreak hell for 10 years and be good for 5 days. You might not want to count it. It counts. Because I would rather you stop killing now than later. Even if it took, hey, fuck it. Fuck it. You did your time. You apparently learned something. Fuck it. Hey, W accountability and self-realization. Thank fucking Jesus. Because I am so glad this man is off the fucking streets. Because if he was still on them bitches, man.
And doing more damage to my community than any other community. I exploited my community. I was a menace to society. And it's a hurtful feeling when you reflect on it. I remember when I caught my murders, I talked to my grandmother. They got me a lawyer because I was facing the death penalty, special circumstances. And my grandmother had told me, she said, I'm afraid of you. And that hurted me. I started crying over the phone, got me wanting to cry now. And I asked my grandma, I said, what you mean you was afraid? She said, I wasn't afraid of you. I was afraid of the lifestyle you was living. Because wherever I went, I used to always have my gun. You understand what I'm saying? And I didn't care about nobody because I didn't know how to care about myself. You understand what I'm saying? And once I learned how to appreciate me and care about me and love me, I knew you got me. I knew how to love other people and respect them. And my greatest joy today is that I'm living my life. The life that I live. I don't like procrastinating. I don't like being late for nothing. I like being on time. I go to work. I'm supposed to be at work at 6. I go to work every morning, Monday through Friday at 4 o'clock. Excuse me. I just love my life today.
W motherfucking accountability. This is crazy. To hear a nigga say all of that shit and this shit. This is crazy. But this is real human life. Like, people don't be understanding that. Nigga, this shit ain't pretty. Like, every nigga, nigga will look at me and be like, oh yeah, Farod, you do yoga. Like, bro, I used to be a fucking asshole. Like, we have to learn and grow. And the thing is, it might still be niggas that want to kill him. But guess what? When you reach a place where you say, I don't give a fuck, I'm going to take whatever is, it's like, I done heard a lot of niggas do this. They don't care what's coming because they take whatever they get because you know it's your shit. So if it's a nigga trying to kill you, he trying to kill you. And you know you probably do that shit. But oh well. Niggas is like, if I die because I refuse to pick my gun up and go spin on a nigga, if I die because I'm working a regular job, if I die because I chose to be a family man instead of staying in the streets, if I die for choosing my way of life without having to feel like I gotta stay in the streets because I'm already in them bitches. But you know, if I stop being in the streets, other niggas gonna still try to hurt me. Fuck that. If I gotta risk my life in order to change my life, I don't give a fuck. When niggas reach that point, that's when you start seeing some beautiful shit happen. Like, you start seeing niggas get strength they didn't know they had. I promise you, it's people that want him dead. But you know what he doing? He ain't walking around everywhere he fucking go toting a gun trying to find a nigga. He going to work and he going home. He know that his life is in danger, or it might not be, but he don't give a fuck. because that's true freedom. That's understanding that you are free from your environment. It don't matter what mistakes you made. You can still come back. As long as you okay with everything that come with it, you good. So that's why I be telling niggas, you can leave the streets if you done been in the streets. You just gotta be brave enough, nigga. That's how I live, bro. I hinge my whole life on what y'all call God and the spirit and universe and shit. I hinge my whole life on that shit. I don't give a fuck what I did in the past. I'm not saying I'm okay with everything, but I don't regret nothing. I don't look at nothing with distaste or nothing. I accept myself for everything that I used to be and everything that I am today. So it don't matter what you think. Well, you gotta do this to be safe, nigga. I don't give a fuck about that. If a nigga come get me, come get me. If death stand at my door, I'm ready for you, bitch, because I'm living like that. I'm not running around in fear. I'm protected by some shit on the whole other end of this. You feel what I'm saying? In other terms, I would say it like this: nigga, God got me, because that's who I am. So I don't give a fuck about that. If some shit from the past come back and get me, I'm God. But you got what you ain't gonna do is, in the name of staying alive, I must be a slave. I must live a life I don't want to live so I can stay. Fuck that. If I get to be free, but I have to risk death, I will do it. Because nigga, either God gonna protect me, the universe, whatever the fuck, either that shit gonna keep me safe or I'm cooked. But what ain't finna happen is I'm finna be a slave because I think I gotta be. Or I gotta keep selling dope because I think I gotta be. I don't think I gotta do shit. Nothing. Not a single thing. I'm the only nigga running around this bitch thinking he can get into the NBA without ever fucking playing in high school basketball. I don't give a fuck because all of that shit ain't none of my business. Worrying about what you think about, what you gotta do, what you need to do, nigga. You do what you wanna do. And either you either protect it or you ain't. And don't let that go over your head. But niggas don't be understanding. That shit crazy though.
I just
did all the time
love my life to death.
Did all the time in prison give you time to reflect and think about
it? It didn't give me time. It compelled me. Prison either create a beast or it's gonna make a man say he's tired of living how he used to live. And I got tired of living. I got tired of sharing a cell with somebody else. I got tired of pulling the curtain when I had to use the bathroom. I just got tired of being in prison. I'm not an animal. You wanna know what's like in the zoo? See with somebody in a cage? Go to the zoo. I'm not, and that's what needs to be in prison. Now, I ain't saying everybody in prison is perfect, but 45% of the people in prison is innocent. They're in prison because of the color of their skin. And a lot of them don't understand that they're political prisoners. You understand what I'm saying? I ain't just talking about blacks and Hispanics, even whites, because of the vicinity, the environment they might have grew up in. They're political. They call trash, right? Prison, the system is designed to make people like me and you go at each other. But in reality, when they put us in them SHU programs, security housing unit, me and you start communicating and find out we're the same person and one. The only difference is the color of our skin. We all grew up the same. We all made our decisions. Gang banging is a choice. Robbing is a choice. I made a lot of wrong choices. And when I came home, I found out I'd rather take the positive choices instead of take negative chances with my life. And my life today, Mark, is perfect. Perfect.
But it sounds like you learned to love and respect yourself.
I did.
And that sounds like the key to
and
all of this.
That's what it is. And I know my mother watched down at me, man, like, and she proud of me today. She ain't never been embarrassed. But I'm finally getting it like about 3 months ago. I just turned 63 last week on the 1st. I was told I wasn't gonna never live to see 18. Well, God have a different picture pointed for me. And I told my big cousin, I said, man, I want to apologize to you. He said, what you talking about? I said, all that advice y'all gave me when I was little, I don't never want you to think it went in one ear and went out the other. I kept it. I just didn't know how to apply it in my life when you gave it to me. Today, I know how to apply it in my life. Today, I don't go around things that I know is going to send me some places I don't want to go. Today, instead of bringing violence, I know how to really walk away. I can hurt a person better by not communicating with them. I can hurt a person better by saying, hey, I'm cool. We ain't got to do this. Because it's my life that matters. And I'm the only one that got control of my life. You understand what I'm saying? I'm never going to let nobody have power over me again. And I allowed that when I was a young dude. Today, I got the power. I don't relinquish this power to nobody. I had the power.
Even if it kill me, nigga. Even if it mean I gotta take a bullet, nigga. Yeah. See, when you live like that, when you ready to die, when you ready to fuck, when you are ready to die for the shit and the decision that you have made, you not notice how you stay alive. Niggas that get in the streets and they ready to die for this shit, them be the niggas live so long. Like niggas that get in a fight, it ain't even a life or death fight, but he ready to die. You would never beat him, cause he ready to die in a fight that ain't even life or death. So guess what? He probably gonna win and stay alive. It's crazy when you're ready to, when you're willing to give your life for a choice you make. Not only will you probably not die, but you will most likely succeed because of that level of intensity. People don't be understanding that shit though. It's a hard path to walk for the first time because you looking at it like, damn, that could kill me and I might die. Because you ain't just trying to reach your life. But when you finally step over that edge and you like, you know what, fuck it, nigga. Hey, look, I ain't finna go back to jail. And if that mean I gotta damn near get killed for it, I'm out here. You got me fucked up. That level of sternness, balance, steadiness, being steadfast in your fucking vision and the decision you made, nigga, that shit is what creates fucking kings. That is what determines who wins and who loses, who lives and who dies. I'm telling you that right there. The willpower. Whose will is stronger? That's the nigga that's gonna make it. It don't matter what you doing or who you talking about, how old you is either. I promise you.
I don't relinquish this power to nobody. I had the power. I subject myself to things that I shouldn't have to, and my facial demeanor expresses that. Like I was wearing hats. Mark said, "Take the hat off," but that's my monocle. You know what I mean?
You resisted.
Yeah, but that's called adjusting. So I know how to adjust without negativity. Don't nothing come out of positive. Don't create negativity, but positivity can come out of negativity. So I try to keep it on a positive level instead of having it on the negative level. I'm not with chaos. I'm not with no form of confusion. I don't even like dwelling in any form of confusion. I like being happy, joyous, and free. You know what I mean? I never had a drug problem. I drink today. I drink Modelo's and Stella beers and tequila. I smoke good cigars. You understand what I'm saying? I finally had a vacation. Took some of my vacation time for my birthday and got sloppy drunk, right? Now, life begins again. I got to go back to work, and I went back to work Wednesday. So I'm loving my life.
How many years were you in prison?
37. 37, ain't never going back. I don't have no kids, but I got a host of great nieces and nephews that love me. And I don't want them to know me behind prison like my nieces and nephews, their parents did. I want my great nephews and nieces to understand that you ain't got to make no mistakes. I already made them. I already ran into that wall, so I'm telling you, you can't run through that wall. See, the streets wasn't built for everybody, Mark. That's why they made sidewalks. But can't nobody beat the concrete up. The concrete gonna beat you up. If you try to hang in them streets gonna beat you up. They gonna either send you to the penitentiary or they gonna send you to the cemetery. You understand what I'm saying? And that's that's what I figured out.
But what advice would you give to all the young men? Because gangs are still alive and well in LA.
Well, gangs ain't gonna never die. What I propose to people is this. If you're a gang member, and you're an active gang member, and you say you love your community, how can you possibly love your community if you're doing drive-bys in your community? How can you possibly love your child if you give me your gang 100% and give me your child less than 100%? That means you're a deadbeat father. Gang banging is for kids. Once you become a grown man and once you become a parent, see, the biggest gang is parenthood. But parents lack.
I fear that nigga is talking. Who that nigga talking today?
In being parents, because they're afraid to ask people on how to be a parent. See, I don't know how to be a parent because I don't have no kids. I ain't know how to be a son because I drove my mother and father crazy, but they never abandoned me, never deserted me. You understand what I'm saying? But what I found out was there's room for redemption in everybody's life. If you just give yourself a chance, you're going to do better. So my advice to any child, black, white, green, purple, yellow, being a gang member, thumbs down. If you love your community, you want to make your community a safe haven. Because the only people can destroy your community is the people that live in your community. Can't no outside people come and destroy your community. If you sitting up here waiting on, twiddling your thumbs like Jesse Jackson used to, Operation Hope, it's been over with. It don't exist. It don't exist. Only thing existing is if you got a plan, execute your plan. Do not sit on your butt. Because if you don't sit on your butt, you can execute anything and accomplish anything in life. And that's what I'm doing today.
Is it that lack of self-worth?
Yes, it's exactly that lack of self-worth. I had that in me at one time, right? And that lack of self-worth was when I was in prison because I didn't care if I would have got released.
But it's also what attracted you to the gangs and getting in trouble and all that.
No, I was just attracted to the streets. I never had a low self-esteem. See, once I was a born leader. But I did follow somebody. From every great leader comes a great follower. I did follow some. I followed Raymond. I followed Tookie. I followed Mac Thomas. You understand what I'm saying? These is dudes I knew personally. But I wanted to build my own identity. Now my identity I'm building is saying that you can turn your life around. You can eliminate and delete the negativity out your life and create nothing but positive stuff in your life. You understand what I'm saying? And that's what I'm doing today. That's what I'm doing today. You know? That's exactly what I'm doing. I love my life. Can't nobody ever take my joy from me.
Is it the lack of role models that kids have today?
Yeah, the kids have today. It's a lack of role models. You got fathers that's not in their kids' life. I mean, look at it. You got these young Hispanics, young whites, and young black kids wearing tapers. Them ain't nothing but bangs. Whenever you see a child with tapers, them bangs. When I was a kid, the only person who wore bangs was girls. These kids today wear skinny jeans. Them is girl pants. That's because they seen that's how their mothers was dressing. Because the fathers didn't want to be in the child life.
I ain't gonna lie, OG crashing now. He crashing out. He crashing out now. I don't know if niggas was wearing skinny jeans because they mama. I think niggas was wearing them because Thug was wearing them. Soulja Boy. I don't even know if them niggas did he. I don't think no nigga looked at a bitch and was like, damn, I want some of them. I'm pretty sure a nigga saw a nigga in them. I don't know what an OG nigga saw him in them, but yeah, that shit funny. That nigga said his mama was wearing them bitches. Oh look, wait.
Kids ain't made by mistakes. They made out of purpose and out of love. And some men don't know how to stand up for their kids. I got a lot of my partners I admire and respect. Because when they became fathers, they stopped gang banging. They got a job. Now their kids is in college. Some that graduated. I got 2 nephews that graduated from college. I got a niece that graduated from Howard University.
Damn.
You understand what I'm saying? My family is a name of prominence in Louisiana. We got a street named after my last name in Louisiana, Delhi, Louisiana. I had a
Not Delhi, nigga. What? Nigga, that Delhi? That shit like, what the fuck? That shit right up the street. What the fuck?
My family is a name of prominence in Louisiana. We got a street named after my last name in Louisiana, Delhi, Louisiana. I had a great uncle that was the dean of Southern in the 70s. I'm following the lead of them. You understand what I'm saying? I had a great auntie, a great auntie that started the women fraternities at Howard University, Ethel Hedgeman. That's my great aunt. You understand what I'm saying? So I got to follow the right people instead of not the wrong people. And that's what I learned in life. You understand what I'm saying? That's what I learned in life. It's simply put, Mark, I'm enjoying heaven right now and I'm living. Man.
Yeah, it seems like there's a lot more joy in your life now.
Yeah.
I'm enjoying heaven right now while I'm living, bitch. And there's so many niggas that done died. And they won't even hit the grave for another 40 years. Don't let that go over your fucking head.
Probably when you see tears come out my eyes, it ain't cussing.
Hey, baby G, I appreciate the follow on Twitch. Tell me something randomly. I'ma just pick you. How the fuck did you find, where the fuck you find my Twitch at? Hey, yeah. Hey, and anybody watching this shit, if you on Twitch right now, I need to know how y'all find me. I'm just curious. I'm trying to do a little, how y'all niggas find me. Just be honest, you good. Ain't no wrong answer.
I'm sad. I cry when you see tears come out my eyes, it ain't cussing. I'm sad. I'm happy. I'm really happy.
Cause I'm
I
alive,
watched Antoine
nigga.
Fisher and started crying. I'm just happy. And it's a pleasure to be in your presence. You know what I mean? They said 10 o'clock. I was ready at 8.
You called me early.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know? Because I don't believe in procrastinating. I want to show a person that I'm willing to show up and show out.
It's a great quality.
Yeah. You know? That's how I am.
OG Bam, what would you say is the most important lesson you've learned in your life?
Most important lesson is to love yourself. To love yourself. To love myself. That was my most important lesson I learned.
I think what he experiencing is being loving. Cause you can only it's not a transaction, you know what I'm saying? In order to love yourself, there would have to be another in there. The idea of distance is the problem, separation or a second thing. You know what I'm saying? I think what he's experiencing is called being loving. Because he's choosing to be loving, it is causing the things that he's talking about, his experiences, the shit he seeing, the way he look. It's a choice. When you choose to be loving, that is how it goes. So for most people, for most motherfuckers who be like, I'm trying to work on loving myself, what they're really trying to do is learn how to be loving, because it's the world we live in made it hard for us. It's hard to be loving when you have grew up to be unconscious, and then you surrounded by motherfuckers that's unconscious and they unconsciously mad as fuck or angry all the time or doing nasty shit or being greedy. So you surrounded by filth, and you have to learn how to choose to be loving in the middle of all of that dumb shit. And that can be difficult. You wasn't raised like that. And that goes against the entire understanding of human existence that we was even taught to how to live, that we was taught growing up. Niggas taught us that we supposed to get all of it. We supposed to be happy and fucking mad. You can't pick one. They didn't teach us that it was a choice. They taught us that you gotta get all of it. If you don't ever get mad, something wrong with you. And that shit fucks with people. It fucks with kids and it fucks with adults, because none of them know. But the truth is, when you actually learn how to be however you want to be, regardless of what the fuck's going on, I'm talking about how you want to be mentally, emotionally, and fucking physically, in terms of what you do with your body. When you just learn how to be, regardless of what the fuck is going on, a different power becomes alive within you. Now you're living from your intelligence. So those people say, oh, look how God just started blessing me. Look at all the miracles that started happening. It's true. But it ain't got nothing to do with something separate. Because that same God you talk about, that intelligence, that's the only thing that exists. That's you, that's me, that's the atoms, the air, the particles, the quarks, the fucking all that. All that. It's the only thing that exists. When you live from that, and you let that be your good luck, your protection, your possible and impossible. When you recognize that's who you are and you live from that, you become like a god to motherfuckers. And that's a fact. That nigga's on his way. But you see how long some people, it take years to learn this. This nigga's learning just that one step, which is some shit I learned in yoga after 6 months. That nigga learned this. When you don't go through it from within yourself and you have to learn it from the outside, it will take a long time. He learned that, but it took him damn near, he like 50 something. It took that nigga over 50 years. That's a long time. But it's great because progress is progress. I like it. I like it. I like it. Been here since day one. Hi. Yeah, gotta love the person you see in the mirror. Boy, don't love another nigga. Don't love another motherfucker. Don't be grateful for some shit that might happen in some clothes. Nah, nigga, be grateful for them clothes you in. Yeah. In that mirror that you looking in. Yeah. You got it. Nigga got it.
To love myself.
But he got it, though.
That was my most important lesson I learned.
He on the way.
To love myself.
That's great.
Because it was at a time I didn't.
Damn.
That was the most important lesson, though.
All right. OG Bam, thank you so much for sharing your story.
Thank you.
Very inspirational.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Damn. That's crazy, nigga. Yeah, that shit. Damn. Yeah, he's an OG crash out young nigga, though. I ain't gonna lie.
I put that on my own mama. Y'all niggas ain't got nothing to say to me. I got them bands like braids and beef. I got that cheese like grocery section. Got that cheese like rats in heaven. No nigga, we do no stressing. I already learned my lesson. I'm not from Earth, this is where I'm at. But when I leave, I'm coming back. You niggas really don't know me, father. Then your eyes are no